tornado siren before? And how many of you know exactly why they play the siren? Well, I was supposed to play a tornado siren, but it will go off when your area is in a tornado warning. Tornadoes are the most deadly form of weather in Iowa, which only makes it right that there is a siren to signal when a tornado is near. However, tornadoes aren't the only dangerous types of weather that occur during the summer in Iowa, and most people aren't exactly aware of how dangerous the other weather conditions can be. And another thing that most people don't understand is that weather watches require just as much attention as weather warnings because of this unpredictable Iowa weather. It's just another hot summer day. There's a gentle breeze blowing, making the trees rustle softly in the wind. So calm and quiet. It's hard to believe your county is under a severe thunderstorm watch right now. It's just a watch, which means there's no immediate danger, right? And then, the dark rolling clouds come out of nowhere. The lightning flashes in the distance. You can feel a cold front move in, and you know that the pouring rain can't be far behind. You listen to your weather radio, and it says that your county is now under a severe thunderstorm warning, along with a tornado watch. But wait, what happened to the thunderstorm watch a few minutes ago? Watches aren't supposed to change to warnings that quickly, right? We're not prepared. Most people don't understand that weather watches can be just as dangerous as weather warnings. A watch is issued when the conditions are favorable for the severe weather event in or near the watch area, but the timing is still uncertain. When a watch is issued in your area, you should have a plan of action ready in case the watch changes to a warning. A warning is issued when the severe weather event is imminent or occurring in the warned area and is posing a threat. When a warning is issued, you should already be putting your plan into action. There are three main weather conditions that occur during the summer in Iowa: severe thunderstorms, flash flooding, and tornadoes. Thunderstorms that come in front of a cold front are normally stronger and more likely to be severe in nature than smaller, regular thunderstorms. The strength of these severe thunderstorms can last for hours without losing any force. By definition, a severe thunderstorm is a thunderstorm that produces hail 3/4 of an inch in diameter or larger, which would be about the size of a penny, and or wind gusts of 58 miles per hour or more, which is strong enough to break large branches off of trees. In the event of a severe thunderstorm, make sure you're tuned into your weather radio and move to a safe part of your home away from windows, skylights, or glass doors that could be broken by strong winds or hail. With every thunderstorm, there comes lightning. Lightning is one of the most dangerous components of a thunderstorm, which is why there are so many rules that should be followed when dealing with lightning. Lightning tends to strike the tallest object in an area, so make sure it is not you. Remain in your vehicle or an indoor location whenever possible. If you are outside and can't get inside, crouch down to make yourself a poor lightning target. You want to crouch on your toes, put your hands on your knees. Do not put your hands on the floor, because if lightning happens to strike near to you, the current will travel through your feet, through your heart, and out your hands, and you don't want it to go through your heart. So you want to have as little body contact with the ground as possible. Do not lie flat on the ground, because you'll be more likely to get shocked if lightning strikes close to you. Severe thunderstorms that produce a lot of rain can often cause flash flooding. Flash floods are the most dangerous kinds of floods because they combine the destructive power of a flood with incredible speed and unpredictability. Many flash floods occur at night, making them difficult to see and therefore more dangerous. Never attempt to walk or drive across a flooded roadway, because moving water 2 feet deep will carry away most cars. If your vehicle becomes caught in high water and stalls, leave it immediately and seek higher ground if you can do so safely. Rapidly rising water may sweep a vehicle and its occupants away. Flash flooding results in the most weather-related deaths each year. The most violent weather occurrence in Iowa is the tornado. Extremely violent tornadoes are capable of tremendous destruction with wind speeds of 250 miles per hour or more. If you hear that your county is in a tornado watch, you need to be ready to take cover at any moment because it means that tornadoes are possible in your area. If it's a tornado warning, you need to be taking cover right then because either a tornado has been spotted, indicated on weather radar, or the sky starts to look threatening. You want to move to the sturdiest part of your house, which is often the basement, and stay under something that's also sturdy, such as a staircase, and stay away from windows. Because we live in an area that is prone to tornadoes, it's always a good idea to have a tornado safety kit around in case this severe weather event happens. This simple tornado safety kit includes the following: a flashlight in case the power goes out and the tornado occurs at night. It will be pitch black, so you won't be able to see anything. A weather radio to stay tuned in so you know when the storm is past and when it's safe to come out of your shelter, or if there are more approaching storms. Can opener, canned food, and water, because if you happen to be trapped in your shelter, you want to have food so you don't go hungry, and also water. Make sure you don't get dehydrated. Work gloves and work shoes in case you do happen to have to dig yourself out of your shelter. You won't get your hands or feet cut with the glass shards or debris. And also a first aid kit, which includes Band-Aids and a whole bunch of stuff just in case of any possible injuries that might occur. The National Weather Service provides classes for people who would like to learn more about weather and then report it if they witness any violent weather occurring. This program is called Skywarn. These classes occur in the spring and are free to the public. The National Weather Service depends on these volunteers to report severe weather in the area. These storm spotters can often be the first line of defense against severe weather. And I also have handouts that will be handed out at the end of my presentation that tells what you can report to Skywarn and how to report. There's a phone number and also a website. And you do not have to take these classes to report in weather. Anyone can report in weather. Iowa's weather is often unpredictable, so we must always be ready for whatever Mother Nature decides to throw at us next. A typical summer day in Iowa can often go from this to this in a matter of minutes. 1 minute you'd be in a weather watch, but you wouldn't think anything of it because the sky still looks perfectly clear and not at all threatening. And the next minute you'd be caught in the middle of a severe thunderstorm warning and you wouldn't know what to do. It's always good to have a plan of action ready so you're not caught unprepared. And this concludes my presentation. Any questions? Yes?
I was very glad to see your sources cited. What made you decide to do a presentation on this?
The question was, what made me decide to do a presentation on this? Well, I've always been interested in weather, and just from like the location of our house, we can see the clouds coming in, there's a storm coming in. So we would always go out and look at the clouds when there was a storm coming in, and I was just really interested in that. Yes?
So if we're like out in the tractor in the field or something like that, what's the safest thing to do?
The question was, if you are out in the field in a tractor, what is the safest thing to do? Well, I guess it depends how much the storm has caught you by surprise. If you have time to get inside, then I would get inside as quickly as possible. But I would say the safest thing to do would be to stay inside the tractor, because it's more sheltered than trying to get out and like get under the tractor. That wouldn't be very safe. Are there any other questions? Yes?
This is so informative. Where else could you give this type of presentation?
The question was, where else can I give this type of presentation? I could give it at school for school presentation, because if we learn about weather, this is very informative. I could maybe even give it, like, if I went to the Skywarn class, they might even let me give the presentation there, but I don't know.
Girl Scout meetings, Boy Scout meetings, those kind of things.
Yeah. Yes?
Can you give an example of the force of the actual tornado, like a piece of straw? What would happen to that piece of straw?
The question was if I could give an example of the type of damage, the force of the tornado, like a piece of straw.
I bet you have some experience.
I honestly don't know.
Why don't you tell us? Because I think I know what you're going to say. What's that?
Embedded in the ground. That's the force of this.
My in-laws had a tornado happen and a piece of straw was stuck in the trunk of the tree.
Are there any other questions? Okay, thank you.